Hello, everybody. FAI here, or I here, and welcome back to Frostpunk. So, we are continuing pretty much in Frostpunk, where, yeah, we are basically going to be playing this again. Now, one thing you're probably thinking is, why the heck are you playing this again? And why haven't we seen any more of the YouTube series? Well, one of the main reasons I stopped the YouTube series is because, I just couldn't get myself into playing this or continuing the YouTube series, but I might continue the YouTube series as a fresh start. But I wanted to give you some quick tips on how to play this game, or at least how to get better, in case you're wondering, because I have been kind of tinkering with this off stream. So I want to give my quick tips and to help you get this in get things right. So first and foremost, don't fast forward. That's probably going to be my general quick tip right now with any management game, because I've learned with any management game the problem with fast forwarding is it messes with the algorithm and the and just the in general ways that things work in the game. So always just make sure that in general you are doing your best to make sure that you're not like overdoing things, or you're not like for instance putting too much into one thing or another, because yeah, that's something that I've noticed with these games is that you know in general, you just are going to have some trouble and have problems with being able to survive if you fast forward things a little too much. And a lot of this is just because of the fact that these management type games don't really enjoy or don't really like being fast forwarded. And yeah, that's a bit of a problem when it comes down to the game in general. So, so keep it in mind that overall, you want to make sure that you are at least keeping on normal speed for a time, or at least keeping on normal speed for a while, because that will at least allow you to be able to survive and be able to manage everything, rather than of course making it harder on yourself by fast forwarding things. And you're probably thinking, isn't fast forwarding things a way to help me move things along quickly? And yes, it is, but this is the elephant in the room. Every time you fast forward the game, you basically make it to where things are going to be much harder for you to manage, or some things like gathering supplies and just survival in general is nearly impossible. And this comes from my experience with the game, and me basically of course basically just testing things out left and right. Now, I've like I said, tested this out left and right. I've done my research to make sure that, in general, everything is everything is the way it should be. But like I said, I know that at least from what I've seen, I know that at least in general, things are going to be fairly difficult. And if you don't manage the situation correctly, especially early game and stuff, you're going to end up having it to where you just are not going to win. And that's why, the elephant in the room, at least in my opinion, is just, for instance, like I said, researching, or even just having it to where you fast forward things, because again, by fast forwarding things along the way, or just in general fast forwarding things, you end up making it to where it's nearly impossible for you to realistically survive. And that's just the in general the in general consensus that I've worked with, and that's just my basic thought process when it comes down to it, because otherwise, like I said, you just have super difficult time making it work out for you. And you may be thinking, but I feel that fast forwarding makes it easier for me, and it makes it to where I don't have to spend so much time doing all these little things, like for instance, small little survival or whatever. And yeah, that's true. But by fast forwarding things, you basically make it to where everything in the algorithm is messed up. Everything is like to the point where it won't work for say, and you will end up with you will end up with making it to where you are going to end up being in a much harder place, or a much more difficult spot than you would be by making it possible to win. Now, when it comes to your research, I would say adapt however you feel like is possible or necessary. In my opinion, emergency shift would be a good thing to start with, especially considered that you're going to need the people to work. You're going to need some supplies and stuff. So being able to immediately start off with an emergency shift could be very, very useful for you in general, especially with how much you have to manage and what you have to do. And that's one of the things, is like, also make sure you're making the right decisions here, everybody. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to make decisions that can help you, or make things better, better overall. But just keep in mind that by fast forwarding things, you're going to end up making the algorithm mess up, and things are just not going to work out for you. So that's why I say you really should make sure that you are of course providing things like buildings and all the and stuff like that, and housing and stuff like that, so that you can continue to grow and have your success rate rise. I know that that's one of the main quick tips, is just don't fast forward. Like I said, I know fast forwarding may seem like it'll make things easier for you, and it will over time when you get to the point where everyone is kind of settled in. But when you first start, and this is a very, very good tip from my knowledge, is when you first start, fast forwarding anything will not make it easier for you. In fact, I would say that when you try to manage anything, if you fast forward at all, you're going to end up making it to where the computer just goes, okay, we're going to fast forward everything, and we're going to do our best to make sure that we're going to make things move faster. But the factor that you make things move faster by like 2 times speed, or even 4 times, 5 times, 6 times speed, it will end up with you basically ending your run, or ending things with like no success at all. And I know that you've probably seen many other people fast track management and stuff, which maybe it's something that they can do themselves. But like I said, the elephant in the room is that we as people, or we as humans, really can't manage as fast as a computer, and we can't make all the decisions that a computer basically can make. So it's better in general to make sure that when you do of course make these decisions, you are making them based on, you know, you doing the slower speed. The slower speed, and just like having it in real time, because in real time, yes, like I said, things move a lot slower, but you can manage it a lot easier, and you can manage things a lot better versus actually trying to of course, make the speed and stuff, or the management and stuff, work in your favor. Because yeah, it's going to happen. You know, it's going to happen where you just are not going to be able to manage everything into your favor when you are doing things in a, I guess you could say, fast speed. Either way, that's pretty much it for this video, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, then you know what to do. Somewhere in the video, you probably saw the tips or the plugins to like, subscribe, and, you know, join the Twitch live to see what's happening live and all that other good jazz. If you have any questions about like this game, you need some tips on how to be a better manager or whatever, then please don't be afraid to ask them in the comment section down below. I will try to answer them where I can, or maybe I'll make a follow-up video when I can. But with that being said, thank you, everyone, for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching today's video. And yeah, with that, until the next one, everybody. With that being said, yeah, until the next one, everybody, this is FAI signing out and saying farewell, everyone.